Hey, what's up everybody, it's Coach D, all right? I know I left you last time, just 3 videos. This time I promise you I won't leave you hanging, all right? All right, so this time though, we got a plan, we're gonna execute the plan, and we're gonna start all over from the beginning. All right, but before I do, let me give all praise to the Most High God who allowed me to do this. I love the energy he gave me, the life he gave me. I'm gonna make sure I take care of every advantage I get to get out here and speak to my people. I'm gonna do so, all right? My job is to help you get better, and so Lord's will, that happens, all right? And second, I'd like to thank and give support to my family who've been supporting me, because without them, it wouldn't be possible, all right? Everybody needs support, but before you get to that level, I'm gonna get to the topic right now, all right? And a lot of people don't wanna hear it, but it's okay. I'm gonna tell you anyway what you gotta do to get better. The first thing you're gonna have to do, and if you got my book, you know this already, the first thing you need to do is examine yourself. That's right, the first thing you gotta do is examine yourself. Now I use myself always as an example before I call anybody else out. The first thing I had to do when I made a mistake in my marriage, when I made a mistake in life, when I made a mistake on the field, whatever it was, whatever I did, the first thing I had to do was go examine myself and see what mistakes I made. I didn't point the finger, I didn't have a pessimistic mindset, I didn't talk about what other people did right or did wrong. It was about what I could do to get better. So the first thing you're gonna have to do is assess yourself, right, and see what you've done, right? Examine what you've done. How can you change? Because think about it, in the industry I'm in, strength and conditioning, deal with top level athletes, top ranked fighters, right? Top athletes in football and in track, whatever sport you can imagine, right? The first thing that they know is that whenever they go perform, whether they do good or they do bad, the first thing they do is go sit down, watch film, and assess themselves to see what they did right or what they did wrong, what they can improve on or what they actually got better at, right? Self-examination. When I see a new client, a new patient, whatever the case may be, guess what I do? I give an assessment, right? And yes, this is somebody administering an assessment to them, but it's for them. That assessment does what? It gives you a measuring stick. And again, I always use myself as an example before I use you as an example. When I made mistakes in my marriage or in life, period, again, I thought I might have been doing well. But what measured me? What told me if I was doing right or wrong? What told me if I was doing good or bad? Was that measuring stick, right? To be able to see where I'm at. Is my wife happy? Am I doing everything I can to make sure my wife is happy? Are my kids being taken care of? Are my children being taught, right? Are my athletes getting the best program that they can have? If not, what can I do to make sure that they can? And so that goes back to what? Examining myself to see what I can do first before I start saying, well, he didn't perform at a certain level. Well, coach, what opportunity did you give him? Or my wife has an attitude at home. Well, what are you doing to help your wife correct that attitude? Are you coming home late? Right? Are you with the boys too much? If this is you, right? Examine yourself first before you start pointing the finger. That's the first thing I had to do. And again, in the field I'm in, we call it an assessment. Assess yourself, see where you're at, right? And let me give you a quick example of something that happened recently. Because you know, Coach D, I want to keep it real with you. So here's a text message that I got from my cousin who I grew up with. We lived together. We had experiences together. We raised under the same roof, same circumstances. Parents didn't raise us, grandmother raised us. Here's a message she sent me, and I'm gonna show you why it's important. It says, I'm thinking of doing a 30-day health challenge to get me back on the right path of a healthy lifestyle. After I was sick, I found excuse after excuse not to be good to myself in the health department. I do a lot of not eating, skipping meals because I'm always on the go, very little exercise because I'm generally too tired, right? And then it goes on and on. But what you see, the important thing in the message is, the first thing she said was, I made excuse after excuse after excuse. I gave up on the health department. She examined herself, right? So it can't be about the resource. A lot of excuses we like to say is, well, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I don't have the resources. I'm her cousin. She has access to me 24/7. She could call me anytime, no charge. Why? Because we're blood related. We have that relationship, that bond together. She has the resources, she never used it. So it can't be about the resources, but even though she had the resources, she finally realized that it was her. She got to that point where she realized, okay, I'm tired of making excuses. Let me reach out to the resources that I do have. Let me see what I can do to get myself better. She self-examined herself, self-assessed, right? And that's what you have to do. Again, I'm not gonna make the video long because for 90 days straight, I'm not making any excuses. I'm gonna give you a video every day. So before the new year comes around, before you make your resolutions, et cetera, I'm gonna give you an extra 60 days to get started and another 30 days of support to make sure that you hit your goals. And if you don't hit it, guess what you gotta do? Assess yourself. Because it won't be because you didn't have anybody to tell you, anybody to help you, because you do. And so again, I'm gonna do 90 days straight. And the reason why I'm doing it is because the same reason and the same passion I'm giving you right now of examining yourself, I had to do it to myself in the situation I'm in. I have a good job, I have a career that I love. It's not enough. I want to reach more people, do more for people, help more people. And being just in a chair, in a desk, in a gym is not enough for me. I want to reach out to people across the world, and you're going to help me do it, right? When I sat down up 2 o'clock in the morning, I was asking the Most High God, what can I do to help people, right? Because that's all I want to do is just help. I've hurt enough people in life, just like a lot of people probably have, including myself. And so when I self-examine myself, there was a prayer in Psalms that said, examine me, O Lord, prove me, try my reins, try my heart, right? Meaning what? See who I am inside. Really try me, put me through the fire, see what I'm made of, see if this is the path for me, see if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's what I'm gonna give to you, all right? I hope this message reaches somebody. Y'all know what it is. It's Coach D, make an excuse or make a way.